very chilly day, actually. It's gonna rain. At least that's what the weather forecast tells me. And a good morning to all of you guys watching. Nice little morning stream. Just gonna be walking up and down for a bit. Then I'm gonna get back to what I usually do. How's everybody at home? Hope you guys are well. We are in the Ramenkey Station. One of the most clean stations, I must say. You can almost see the floors reflecting on the walls. That's how clean it is. And it is a chilly day, actually. Ooh, somebody's performing. It's not a morning stream without a performance, guys. Let's go see who is performing. The Moscow subway has a lot of performances. Check this out. Really talented people in the Moscow subway. So yeah, this is basically what happens all the time. You have people that are playing music in the middle of the subway, raising some money, and it gets crazier than this. Hey, Ed Farms. Hey, Dreamer. Just saying hello to you guys in the morning. What do you guys think of the tune? Yeah, I already took his sphere bunk. There's a sphere bunk on the paper there, so I'm going to send him something. What do you think about the tunes, guys? We're going to walk down here. 1 second. Yeah, he's killing it. Really, really talented guy. There's another guy at another station that actually has no legs, and he plays the, what is it? The accordion? Really talented people in the subway. The subway's like another world, to be honest with you. So, yeah. So yes, this is the morning stream. For those of you that are new here, I'm basically trying to stream every day. We normally make interviews. Well, we have interviews, but I want to show you guys the surroundings more. So I have something to do, but we can chat for a few minutes. Look. Ah. Do you guys know Napoli? There's actually a recruiting agency here. Interesting. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. This is in Ramenkey, Moscow, Russia. And there is a 24-hour flower shop. In Russia, there are 24-hour flower shops, believe it or not. Yeah. We were here last time for the people that joined the stream. We need to get to other places though, it's just that I've been stuck here. So hopefully I can take you guys to the Red Square in the future. Yeah, I'm out of breath because I have an allergy to grass. So they're cutting and I can't breathe properly for some reason. So yeah, I have allergies. So I'm gonna go past this grass field. It's almost like a field, so to speak. So every time I walk in this area, I'm pretty much out of breath. But I'm not tired. It's more of like I have a sinuses problem. Take me with you. No one's gonna mug me here. I'm pretty safe. I'm pretty safe. Now I can breathe in. I'm okay. No, I'm not Indian. I am Zimbabwean. Wrong stream, man. I don't drink any alcohol. I don't smoke. But guys, what do you think about that view over there? Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Symbol like the Lion King. I have no idea what you're saying, Dreamer. I have no idea. Not picking up chicks, man. You gotta go to another stream. I don't do that. Married man. Sorry to disappoint. I wish I could meet with Putin. That would be cool. That could be cool. Yeah, the channel is basically about interviewing people in Russia. So if you guys want content like that, you want to learn more about Russia, feel free to subscribe. But I just go live sometimes on this vertical stream, you know, like that weird YouTube thing. You can just go vertical and people can scroll through the shorts and they happen to find you. So welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you want to see Russian women, go on a website, buddy. You're on the wrong stream. Do they understand English? They understand English, yeah. A lot of Russian people speak, well, a lot of Russian people have learned English. But a lot of them really can't speak very well. But there are some good English speakers in Russia. So, yeah, hey, Nguyen. Sean Nguyen. Nguyen. You are definitely from Vietnam, right? I have some, ooh, I'm out of breath again. We're passing the grass. I might choke a bit. Are you from the US? Do you, by some chance, have any Vietnamese roots at all? Any Vietnamese roots? Because I know Nguyen is a very common name, right? Ah, okay. Zambia in the house. Zimbabwe in the house, man. You got a Zimbabwean here. I might take a seat. We'll stream for 10 minutes and then I'm gonna go and do something. I've got to get more content for the channel. Guys, I interview people all over Moscow, so if you guys are interested in seeing people talk about Russia, I'm talking different nationalities, Americans, Zambians, Jamaicans, African Russians too on my channel. Feel free to check out the content. How do you pronounce it? Oh, Nguyen? You're from Mexico. Nice. Nice. I really want to go to Mexico. I would love to go to Mexico. I guess we can sit on a bench somewhere. I'm chilling, bro. All good. Just giving you guys a morning stream from Moscow. Florida in the house. Dude, Florida's beautiful. I think that's on my bucket list. Hola. Where are you from? I'm from Zimbabwe. We got India in the chat. We got Vegas in the chat. This is a playground. This is a very typical playground in Russia. I might just sit down for a second. Been struggling with my allergies recently because I can't really be next to grass being cut. It's a hurricane. Where? Where's the hurricane? Smoke a smoke a joint? I don't smoke. I don't smoke. Whoo. But yeah, tell me guys, is there something you want to see in Russia? I have these streams for fun because I want to get to know you guys. I want to get to know you guys, what you're about. This is Ramenkey. This is Ramenkey. You haven't seen any black people with allergies? We're here, bro. We're here. But to be honest with you, my allergies are not really allergies. I had a breathing problem. I used to have these really bad panic attacks. Really bad. So now it's like I guess I'm really sensitive to smells and stuff like that. So I'm African, so people are like, go to a therapist. I'm like, nope. I'm not doing that. Because when people have health problems where I'm from, they're like, go to church. Go to church. So yeah, I went to church. Everything is good. But I still have these weird annoyances sometimes when I smell grass or smoke. Because I guess my mind is thinking that, oh my God, you can't breathe. It's like this mental thing. But yeah. Oops, I mean Dexter. You can say Suar. What is Suar? Dude, it's hot as hell now. What happened? The sun is tweaking. Look at this. The sun is tweaking. Let me see. Where are you exactly in? I'm in Ramenkey right now. Beginning to sweat because the sun decided it's going to rear its head. You hear Sangoma fixes it. Bro, for me it was church. It wasn't the Sangoma. Like, you know, like depression, fear and all that. My parents didn't believe in that shit. They're like, go to church, the pastor will free you. So I've been in Russia for like a year. I came here for my wife. I've been shooting content for a year too. So please repeat what, Mr. Yadav? I don't even, you have to tell me what that word means, bro. I'm not gonna just say it. Do you find Russians racist? No. No, I find people racist in general. But no, Russians, I don't have beef with Russians. Russians have welcomed me to their country. Honestly, Russians have actually been the nicest people. I've lived in many countries. Sorry guys, I put my finger in the screen. I think Russia's probably the most comfortable country I've lived in. I don't receive as much discrimination as I have in other places. What's the temperature now? It's not that hot, bro. It's like, shit, I think I'm sweating because I'm in the sun. Let me walk a bit. 1 second. I don't know about degrees Fahrenheit, but today is like, I think it's 20, 23, 25. But I was sitting directly under the sun, so I'm beginning to sweat. Sorry about that. Yeah, Ramenkey, but tell me building name or other. Why would I tell you the building name and address? For what? For what? Why do you want to know my exact location? Are you gonna come and meet? How do you feel? I just I'm very determined. I think that's a better way to put it. We need to find some shade. Can we also have your somebody said, can we also have your credit card number? And then after I send you the credit card number, I'm also going to send you my social security number and my registration. And how would you classify your accent? Dude, I have no idea. Some people say that I sound like I'm from New York. Some people tell me I sound Australian. Some people tell me I sound like a typical American. Some people tell me I sound like I've watched too much American TV, which I have. And this is also the end result of too much private school education. Yeah. English was the first language in my house. So this is the result. Grandfather from Scotland. Primary school, high school, American schools, British schools. This is the result. Do I know about India? No. I'm joking. I love India. India's pretty cool. My wife speaks Hindi. Yeah. My wife is Russian. She speaks Hindi, believe it or not. She has this amazing, What do they call it? You know those people that speak languages in abundance? What do they call them? Polyglot? Is it? You gotta help me out, guys. I think it's a polyglot, right? I never pronounce it correctly. You're gonna have to assist me. Ah, you're watching TV? What are you watching? What are you watching? What should I watch? Give me some ideas. Ooh, I'm watching Ozark with my wife right now. My wife is Russian, and I think I'm a bad influence because I keep on introducing her to these gangster films, like these, you know, these things like Power, and all these things like that. I live in Brzeski district in Moscow, so Ramenkey. Oh, nice. Yeah, I don't actually live here. I just walk through here. I love the yellow line because I love looking at this. Look, there's like a beautiful arch here. There's an arch here, so this is one of my favorite places just to come and walk and stream because it has a very beautiful arch and it's green, and also they have a really nice set of cafes here. Very nice. And there's Chinese food upstairs. There's authentic Chinese food, some of the best authentic Chinese food I've had in Russia. So I lived in China for approximately 7 years, so I've had this obsession with Chinese food. I won't lie. You know, in Moscow means cow puddle in original. Really? Does Moscow mean cow puddle? What do you do? I am currently working on my temporary residency permit. I'm moving here permanently, but my major is international business and trade. I'm basically a businessman, e-commerce, but I'm also an English teacher, qualified English teacher. And yeah, man, I'm thinking I might actually want to get my Russian to tip-top shape and then work in an international trading company, because there are lots of trading companies here that require Chinese, and if my Russian is crazy, I speak Chinese. So I'm thinking that could be wild, man. That could be wild. I'm reading some of the comments now. Tobot Galaxy Detectives. Moscow looks really developed where you are. The videos and the images recall seeing in the US during the... Yeah, because the US is going to show you like weird Soviet Union style stuff. And the Soviet Union wasn't that undeveloped too. It just shows you these certain corners of Russia that are unattractive. And like in every single country, there are unattractive areas. It's just like being African, right? I'm African. I'm from Zimbabwe. I've showed my friends some skyscrapers and beautiful places. They're like, oh my God, you guys have skyscrapers? It's like, no shit. You know? Because I guess the media basically paints a country how they want it to be painted, all right? But Russia is beautiful. If you guys are here for the first time, I try to stream as much as I can, but I do interviews. Like I interview people all over Moscow. You can check out the channel, subscribe. By the way, also like, because this video could do more numbers if you guys like. But I also want to take you guys to different areas. There are beautiful places. Of course, the Kremlin, Vadinha. I could take you to the Gagarin statue. Gagarin statue? My bad. There's some really cool shopping malls here too. Arbat Street, you know, like the really rich street in Moscow where you see all of the vloggers film like the women in the high heels and stuff like that. I can take you guys there. So yeah, I think we need to go on more adventures together, because I would actually like to, I would say, pivot into a streamer, because it's very hard to get views in Russia. For how many days are you in Russia? For the rest of my life, hopefully. Working on my temporary residency. So my wife is here, family here, her family rather. So they're my family now too. But yeah, I want to live here forever. Have you been to St. Petersburg? Bro, not yet. I need to go to St. Petersburg. St. Pete is absolutely gorgeous. But lots of my friends keep on arguing with me because I think St. Petersburg is not as beautiful as Moscow, because I've never been there. And my friends are like, how dare you say that? St. Petersburg is way better than Moscow. I'm like, really? And then my Muscovite friends, and my wife is from Moscow, it's like, hell no. Moscow is more beautiful. So guys, we need to stream. We need to travel and stream. And we need to just like, I don't know. We need to compare these places. We need to go to different neighborhoods in Moscow too. I promised some of the subscribers that I want to go to the most dangerous neighborhood in Moscow and then stream for you guys. I think that could be funny because people think that I'm gonna get mugged or something. I agree. This looks like somewhere I'd like to live. Man, it's beautiful. It's beautiful, and this is just one area. This is an affluent region because there are a lot of expensive apartments here. You have to be a little bit rich to live here, but this is not the most expensive. Not the most expensive place. Like you see, those buildings over there, I was streaming last time. Those buildings are extremely expensive in terms of rent. But if you go to Arbat Street, it's even more expensive. And the funny thing about Arbat Street is that it's actually not expensive to Western standards, because I have so many American friends that come here and like, oh, I live in Arbat Street. I'm like, what? You live in Arbat Street? They're like, yeah, it's way cheaper than the rent in the US. I know nothing about the US though. I just have friends and teachers from there. But the Tower of Babel is the media. Facts. We allowed this. Oh, Leo is angry that I'm streaming. Shame. Russian people say that Moscow is not Russia because of how developed it is compared to Russia. I always get this one. Like, people say Moscow is not the real Russia. I don't know. I'm still traveling around. But dude, this is not the only developed city in Moscow. Sorry, in Russia. There are so many developed places. Like Nizhny Novgorod, like Ekaterinburg. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing these things correctly. But there's so many beautiful cities. We need to go around. Is Russia cheap to live in? I mean, it depends on where you're coming from. If you're coming from a Western country, I think it's cheap for you. Way cheaper. Way cheaper. Like, I think like in a really good apartment in a very expensive neighborhood, you'd be paying like, I don't know, like $800 a month, which is not so bad. That is not so bad. $750 a month. Maybe like an average neighborhood, like if you want to go down to the south, you'd pay maybe like $500 a month for an apartment. Please don't give attention. Yeah, okay, we won't give attention to him. We won't give attention to him. Hello from Moscow. Hey, Moscow settlers. What's up? Guys, I also need new moderators. If you want to be a moderator and you want to remove racist things from the chat, or you want to delete people, you can. I never do it because I kind of like trolling back. It depends what mood I'm in. So if you want to be a moderator, let me know. You'll be allowed to remove comments that you think are racist, stupid, or just redundant. Living in a first world country is not cheap, but it's worth it. I guess it also depends who classifies these first world countries, because Russia is a second world country, but staying and looking at Moscow, I'm like, this is definitely a first world. But who gives the ratings anyway, you know? Who gives the ratings? Russia's not cheap for Russians, but of course, if you have US wages, you can live. Yeah. Well, it depends which Russians. It depends which Russians, because a lot of Russians can't afford to live here. Make no mistakes about it. You have some very rich Russian people, especially in Moscow and in other places like St. Petersburg. Although, is it like cheap for them? No, they're like standards. But most people come to the bigger cities to make more money, and it's like a give or take thing. It gets annoying because you kind of have to get a high salary, right? But at the same time, the rent is high. So that's the problem. They're gonna send you to the front line. No. You gonna join me, Ben? We can go together. Can you drink water from the tap? Do infrastructure. That's a base. The infrastructure works, of course, but I don't really think drinking water from the tap is actually a measurement of what world is. What if the country's first world or second world? Because there are multiple instances in really big first world countries where people said you could drink for the tap, and then you had these weird bacterial infections. You know? For me, I think it's more of like the infrastructure, the way it runs, the conveniency of things, the development, of course. Also, the standard of living. That's what I'll classify it. Oh, you're from Canada. Hey, Candy. That's a wrap for Thanks. Let me read some of these things. Let me read some of these things. We grew up drinking from the tap water house hose in the US. Nice. Ben, you're walking on a thin line. Manta does not like you, Ben. Manta, I'm gonna make you a moderator. You can remove Ben if you want. Congratulations to Manta. Manta, you are a moderator. You can remove any comments you think are stupid. Go to Varantsovsky Bridge. It's beautiful. I've been there. I just haven't gotten enough free time recently, but I need to take you guys to other places. Maybe this evening, if you guys are available, we can have an evening walk. We can just walk around. I have yoga later, and we can walk around. But I gotta get back to my schedule, guys. I have so many things I have to do. Also people to interview. Also documents to prepare too. Welcome to Russia, bro. But yeah, thanks for watching. We'll try to do this every morning. If you guys are available in the morning, just pop through. I see some of the people here that I actually have seen on the other streams too. I appreciate you guys continuously making yourselves readily available. So much love to you guys. Thank you, Australian POV. I'll see you guys a little bit later. Maybe we can have a night stream. Let's walk at night and see if I don't get mugged, because a lot of people say, oh, you get mugged in Moscow. Let's walk in the bleak of the night. And I'll see you guys later. Ciao.